can my law firm use an automated attendant during working hours, and is dealing with an auto attendant worse than getting a real person and then being put on hold? Okay, both of these are not good scenarios. Well, okay, the auto attendant, get rid of the auto attendant. That should not happen. And we proved that with a client about a year ago where we literally changed nothing about his firm other than the fact that he started having a real person answer his calls, and his intake literally doubled over 60 days. So, I mean, that pretty much answers that right then. And just think about it. I mean, some of this stuff, it's like, just think about, put yourself in the shoes of the consumer. When you call your bank and you get that, thank you for calling Chase. Please enter your credit card number. Now press 1 for this, and press 2 for that, and press 3 for this. I mean, how many times do you find yourself just sitting there pounding the 0 button until you get somebody on the phone? You know, it's like, just because it's your business and it's not a bank doesn't make you special. People don't want to deal with that. They want to talk to a real person. And especially if it's a law firm where it's like an emergency service, like personal injury or DUI or criminal offense or something like that. I mean, it's like, think about if your toilet is overflowing and you call a plumber, and the plumber says, thanks for calling. Please hold and listen to our automated message. For this, press 1. For this, press 2. You're going to get frustrated, and you're probably going to hang up, and then you're going to call the next plumber just because, like if your toilet's overflowing, you need something now. You don't have the patience to sit there and navigate their entire menu, And half the time, these menus aren't even set up properly. That's the other thing that drives me crazy about a lot of this stuff. So first of all, get rid of the auto attendant. You should never have an auto attendant. So that's the answer to that. Second thing is, the second question is an auto attendant better than talking to somebody and putting them on hold? It depends how you do it. So a lot of times I talk to lawyers, and they're in these offices where maybe they have like an executive suite, and there's one receptionist for the entire floor, right? And basically all they do is they answer the phone. They say, law office of Mike Smith. And they say, okay, they say, is Mike Smith in? They say, I'm not sure. Let me transfer you to him. Or they just transfer you to voicemail if he's not in. What you need to do is you need to make sure that they're at least getting their contact information before transferring them anywhere. And it's the type of thing where whenever I ask for somebody, and they say, please hold, and then it's just a voicemail, I immediately hang up. Nothing like irks me more than that. So other people do that as well. And what I would do if I were you is I would make sure that if they're going to transfer and put somebody on hold, I would make sure that they absolutely get the contact information before they do that, because people will hang up and they will call the next lawyer. I see it happen all the time. People have zero patience whatsoever. Just think about it. If your toilet is overflowing and the plumber picks up and says, please hold, and you're sitting there watching your toilet overflow, you're going to hang up and call into the plumber, So, and you're certainly not going to leave a voicemail and hope that plumber calls you back. So that you have to make sure that they at least get the contact information. In an ideal world, they'll never transfer you. They'll never put you on hold. One thing I hate, I have a client that I've been complaining to him about this for 4 years now. Oh, wait, what year is this? This is 2009. Yeah, 4 years. He's been a client since 2015. And he's got a really big law firm. And every time I call, the receptionist picks up the phone and says, law office of blah, 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 please hold, and doesn't even give me a chance to say anything. They just put me on hold right away. And that drives me crazy. And I don't know how you handle it. If the phone's ringing off the hook, which they get a lot of phone calls, I understand, but you've got to bring on more people. You've got to get an answering service. You've got to get something. Everything you do, put yourself in the customer's shoes, in the client's shoes. Think about what is going through their mind when they call your office. And is it something that is, if they perceive it's an emergency to them, it may not be an emergency to you, but if it's an emergency to them, then you've got to make sure that they're talking to a real person, that they feel that you can help them with the problem. So I don't like either of those options. I think that it's got to be answered by somebody that can auto attend it, definitely not. Talking and putting on hold, that's okay, assuming as long as you get the information. It's still not the ideal scenario. So hopefully that helps.